Hello, I'm Jackson H. Wolf, your local punk wolf. I've made this video because in my furry community, I have not seen a single post on YouTube about what's happening to us as a whole, as fandoms, as community, and soon to be all across the entire United States. Censorship is coming. The UK is the testing ground, and at some point, we as furries need to stop being apolitical, because apathy is death. And at this point in time, the idea that furries shouldn't be political because we shouldn't be offensive, well, let me just demonstrate what I think about that here. I'm not really into politics, honestly. As long as it doesn't mess up my stuff in VR chat and doesn't come down back to me, why should I care? Furry porn is not inherently pornographic. There's no reason they're going to start coming for the people who are just, streaming on VR chat and all that. Honestly, I think this is our fault. If we didn't have so many bad elements of the fandom who couldn't just keep their indecency to themselves, the weirdos, the cringe folks, they wouldn't have had to crack down on us. At the end of the day, it's their platform. They can do what they want. You need to just make your own new Twitter or something. Besides, we don't even gotta worry about this. Later on, someone's gonna eventually put together something decentralized for us to use. And, everything will be fine. So, I don't know if that really clears up the point, but there's a poem we all should have read in high school history at some point. When the Nazis came for the communists, I remained silent. I was not a communist. When they came for the trade unionists, I remained silent. I was not a trade unionist. When they came for the Jews, I remained silent. I was not a Jew. When they came for me, there was no one left to protest. Now, with that in mind, I feel that we have been shut in and conditioned to be shut in the first place, because people are just too busy with their own lives and their own distraction to actually see what's going on outside and know that what we have as communities, as people, as Americans, is about to go into smoke when COSA, the Screen Act, and Beard come to pass. We know what they're about, at least the people who have done research. If you haven't, you just need to know the following. Each of the three bills is essentially an aspect of the Online Safety Act, and somewhat worse, because with the Beard Act, anonymity will die. Just straight up. They want to ban VPNs with the Beard Act. So, and I would say the best thing we can do at the moment is at least try to contact the reps and the senators, even though, in my own reasonable suspicion, they don't really care because they are being compensated. So, as you can see, I'm a little bit skeptical of that. Another thing I sort of have always noticed lately is we're way too deep in our echo chambers. We used to be furries who were kind of everywhere. We had our spots, but we were also out in the open. And nowadays I see just communities and furries they're too tightly entrenched in their own zones, to a point where it's kind of self-defeating to isolate yourself when there's bigger problems to fight together across the fandoms.
Everyone withdraws into their own small gated community, afraid of a larger forum. They stay inside their little ponds, leaking whatever truth suits them into the growing cesspool of society at large.
The different cardinal truths neither clash nor mesh. No one is invalidated, but nobody is right.
Not even natural selection can take place here. The world is being engulfed in truth.
And this is the way the world ends. Not with a bang, but a whimper.
With that in mind, please remember, this fandom, at its core, is all about freedom of expression. Whether it be through drawing, whether it be for pictures, or whatever adults do in their free time, and how they want to express it, shouldn't be destroyed by the concept of protecting the kids, when it has nothing to do with the kids in the first place. So, I say, keep it weird, fandom.
We would like to leave you with one very important thought. Sometime in the future, you may have the opportunity to serve as a juror in a censorship case. may be back next year to complain about a book or even a TV program. If you could be told what you can see or read, then it follows that you can be told what to say or think. Defend your constitutionally protected rights. No one else will do it for you. Thank you.